You know, I thought I would take the time to come out here and do a man on the street video pertaining to the economy and the Afro-American Negro being controlled by foreigners. I guess this video can serve as the introduction, because I'm going to do a part 2 right across the street. I'm going to show you in a minute. Before I get to that, there's a few things that I want to say. You know, for a whole year, I've sat back and I've watched as black men on YouTube engaged in what they would classify as their YouTube beefs. Talking about each other's mothers, talking about each other's wives, talking about each other's children. Your mama so fat, yuck, yuck, yuck. I had your mama last night, giving out directions so they can meet up and fight. This is what these brothers did for a whole year. Going back and forth, back and forth. Meanwhile, all I've done was continue with a steady message that I have been steady and very consistent with. If you go back and review my video, No Hope, No Change for the Blacks, I told y'all my premise. I'm gonna prove to you that the black race is going backwards. In every video that I've produced since that video, which is the day after Barack Obama's second re-election, his re-election, have supported my premise. While you brothers engaged in true buffoonery, that's all I've done. Now that you Negroes have imploded and basically have consumed each other like a cancer, now y'all want to come and direct y'all's attention and try to point out to where I'm wrong in my message, which I find to be kind of comical. You have so many of these Negroes who run around saying, well, you know, brother, I deconstructed you. I deconstruct. No. You have not deconstructed anything that I've said. All you've done is prove that you disagree with me. A mere disagreement is not a deconstruction of an argument. If that's the case, hell, presidential elections would last debates would last, what, 10 minutes? One side will present their argument, the other side will say, you know what, I disagree with everything he said. No. I'm pretty sure when I hear you brothers that a lot of y'all don't even know what the deconstruction of an argument consists of. Y'all really don't. Because in order for you to understand your position, you have to understand your opponent's position. And what lets me know that you don't understand my position is when y'all try to restate it, you all over the map. You don't say what I say. So there's no way you can deconstruct a position that you don't understand. And the reason why you don't understand it is that you completely mess up when you try to restate. Well, he said this. No. My videos are very clear. Very clear. And what I stated in No Hope, No Change for the Blacks, that the black race is going backwards, and I've been proving that in every video that I produce. And for those of you who are wondering why I'm standing in front or using this black church as a backdrop, it's because, again, it supports my hypothesis. Because that church there that you see behind me, some 5,000 members in the heart of the black community. But right next, where I'm filming this video from, a vacant building. Old restaurant building. And right next to it, right down there, is yet another vacant building. And right across the street there, in that plaza, is where we're going to do part 2 of this video. So in the heart of the black community, we have a monstrosity of a religious institution, 5,000 members, yet and still, you Negroes, y'all don't care nothing about that. Y'all won't hold these pastors accountable. These pastors come in town, take their money, and go back to the suburbs. And y'all okay with that. Just like y'all okay with y'all's economy being controlled by foreigners. And I'm going to prove that to you when we go right across the street here and look at that whole mall there in the heart of the black community, and not one black-owned business is in there. But yet and still, you Negroes will come back and continue to try to find excuses as to why this exists. It's a free market. No, it's not free market, because if it was a free market, these stores would be in the Asian community, they would be in the Hispanic community, they'd be in the white community, and they would be in the Jewish community. But they're not. Because those communities understand we are going to control the economy in our community. Ain't no outsiders gonna come and set up shop, because they can set up shop, but we ain't gonna support them. And they're gonna have to fold up and leave. The only place that these businesses reside and function and thrive is in your community. which is where I'm standing right now. And I'm gonna prove this to you by showing it to you. So meanwhile, while you Negroes continue with y'all YouTube beefs and y'all back and forth and y'all yuck and y'all arguing, thinking that you deconstructing something that you really don't understand, I'm gonna continue with this message and go forward and show you that you really don't want solutions. Because if you did, you would be using your channel to galvanize support, to get the social media on your side, Facebook, Twitter. You can galvanize a consciousness. Then you can organize and go into your local community and do the grassroots work. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to sit back and continue to find somebody else to blame for a mall in the heart of your community being controlled by outsiders. And this here is a microcosm of any black community across this nation, from sea to shining sea. Sea to shining sea. You'll find the same shit going on. The economy is going to be controlled by outsiders and foreigners. While you Negroes sit twiddling your thumbs, attending these institutions, making these pastors rich, paying for his automobile, his suits, his home in the suburbs, even his strippers. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what else to tell y'all. But at the end of the day, for all you brothers who sit back and continue to make y'all response videos and y'all can do what y'all do, it really don't make me no difference. I will have something to say when you decide to take my video or take my image and use it in your video, which is a violation of YouTube policy. You know that. I had even one of these Negroes talking about, well, you use thumbtails. Well, yeah, there's custom thumbtails. Now, in the one video that I have of Martin Luther King, if Martin Luther King was to come up from down there and say, hey, I got a problem with this brother using my image, then he could file a copyright grievance and YouTube will take the video down. But you can't use my image, that's me. So of course, yes, I'm gonna flag that. I'm gonna ask them to remove my image from your video. I mean, why you want my pretty face on your video? See, at the end of the day, you brothers don't want solutions. And I've said this, and it's been proven time and time again because y'all refuse to get into y'all's local community and do the work. Y'all wanna spend y'all time on YouTube creating YouTube beefs, arguing back and forth. These are grown fucking men. Grown ass fucking men talking about each other's mother. You ugly, you fat. This is grown men. These aren't kids doing this shit. These are men. I ain't got time for that. And I sat back and I watched y'all do that shit for a whole year. While I continued like the little engine that could, pushing out this message that you going backwards, dude, because you don't control the economy in your community and you continually support a political party who don't give a damn about you and whose policies are diametrically opposed to your advancement. I've been very consistent. Then you get the Negro who say, well, you say the same thing. Well, thank you. That's consistency. That's equivalent to going to your Dr. King saying, listen, man, when are you going to stop talking about integration? When are you going to stop talking about segregation? Well, I'll stop talking about segregation when we integrate. Oh, okay. Oh, that's how that works. Yeah, that's how that works. When the conditions change, the message changes. And as long as the conditions remain the same, the message has to remain the same. Y'all going backwards. And there's no better place that documents that outside of the black community, but the black community on YouTube. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Stay tuned for part 2. We're going to go across the street, and I'm going to let y'all see for yourselves just how far your race is going backwards.